In this video, I want to share with you 3 powerful approaches that many of my clients use to stay centered and grounded during times of high volatility and stress. My name is Alex Potter, and I am the founder of Alex Potter Coaching and Consulting. So let's get right to it. Clearly, there's a lot of volatility present in the world right now, politically, economically, environmentally, and in other areas as well. And whenever there's a high level of volatility present, our nervous system tends to be highly activated. It's always on high alert, scanning the environment for perceived threat and danger. And when that happens, we're usually not able to show up as our best, most creative and resourceful self. So I want to share with you some techniques that you can use to maintain more steadiness so that you can continue to have the impact you want to have. The first approach is to make the protection of your emotional, mental, and physical well-being a high priority. Right? You might say that that's easier said than done because you have a lot of stuff going on, or you don't have the time, or you might even feel a sense of guilt, thinking that it's inappropriate to take care of your own well-being while there's so much suffering going on in the world. But I'd invite you to consider that if you want to continue to have the impact you want to have, if you want to continue to contribute to creating the world you want to live in, it's important that you are able to continue to show up, right, as at the highest level possible. And that means protecting this apparatus, right, that's allowing you to have the impact you want to have. And I want to invite you to spend some time exploring what are the triggers that tend to cause you to experience a high level of anxiety and fear and anxiousness and reactiveness. And to also spend some time exploring what are the sources of well-being for you, of feeling comforted, of feeling supported. And to be intentional about creating conditions that allow you to support your well-being. Because I believe that even if your job requires you to constantly interact with what's going on in the world, causing you to constantly feel a high level of anxiety, that if you're intentional about protecting your well-being, your inner wisdom will guide you to create the right conditions that support your well-being. The second approach is to be intentional about the energy you project into the world through your actions, through your decisions, through your thoughts. Just think about all the things you've been able to achieve and create throughout your life, in your career, in your relationships. But think about all the energy, the thought energy, the energy that was projected through your action, through your decisions to make those things happen. However, often when we're not working on a particular goal, we tend to run on default, right? That means we're not really aware of the energy that we're projecting. And especially during times of high volatility, we tend to hold a lot of energy of anxiety and tension and fear that we tend to project through our action, through the way we're showing up. And I'm not saying suppress your emotions and bottle them up, not at all, right? I think it's important to always maintain space so that you can allow your emotions to process, so that they can become reintegrated and they don't stay stuck in your being, in your system, right, and cause imbalance. What I am pointing to is the possibility to make sure that those feelings, those energies are not in the driver's seat, but that you are intentional about the energy that you want to project. And that you can make sure that before you step into an interaction with someone else or into an activity, or before you step into a room, that you're intentional about the energy that you want to bring, and to acknowledge the power you hold, by being intentional about the energy you project, because the energy you hold has a lot of creative power, right? And I want to really invite you to be aware of the power you hold through your intentions and through the energy, and to be intentional how you channel it, how you direct that energy, and the energy that you want to summon, so that you can create the experiences you want to have more and more. And the third piece is to make sure that you're coming more and more into alignment with the vision for the life you want to create, but also for the world that you want to live in, the type of world you want to live in, right? So that you keep moving towards your vision as opposed to resisting what you don't want. And again, I'm not saying it's always black and white. Sometimes resistance is necessary and a stepping stone. It's the path of least resistance. The point here is to make sure that you don't stay stuck there, because when we're in this place of resistance, it takes a lot of energy. And when we resist something, we get a lot of pushback, right? So I want to invite you to keep practicing redirecting that energy so it can come more to alignment with your vision, with your values. So you're advocating more for what you believe is good, is loving, is right, is in alignment with your values, right? So that you feed your vision, feed your values, instead of allowing the resistance to pull energy away from the vision, because the vision is moving in this direction, right? And we often tend to focus on what seems to be coming in its way, and so we get out of alignment as a result. So I want to invite you to be aware of that, to be intentional about showing up from a place of alignment with your values, with your vision, right? So that the energy can flow. So it's like, being in a canoe and trying to paddle upstream versus turning your boat around and just going with the current of the stream, so that you can take advantage of the energy, the flow that's already in motion, right? And so you have less resistance to move towards where you want to go. So I really believe that these three approaches of protecting your well-being, being intentional about the energy you bring forth, and making sure that you are showing up from a place of alignment with your values, with your vision, will make a big difference for you and allow you to continue to show up from a place of power and impact. And I really, really wish that for you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.